What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Stocks to Watch. So, indeed, we had a very good run today. So, especially mid caps. And I'll just quickly start off with the watch list that we had prepared for today's day. And the first name that comes up is Jindal Saw. So, I think we were discussing this even yesterday that Jindal Saw is contracting really nicely after reacting from this demand, inducing and liquidating the swing low. And today, this stock was up about 9.3%, as you can see on your screen. And this is just crazy. And similar action, I think we saw in BASF. I think we spoke about specialty chemicals. So BASF did really well. Similar setup in PSU banks, PSB up 6.5%. We spoke about Adani Wilmar reacting from this demand. This stock was up 5.5%. GR Infra. I think I told you that this is going to be a stellar performer. And this stock was, I think, at one point up 9%, and again breaking out of this very good base. Another PSU bank, UCO bank, coming up over here. We discussed about Career Point making such a lovely base and now locking into an upper circuit. Same case with NBCC. I mean, just how magically these stocks have just moved up by breaking out of these bases. That was just insane to see. PVR Inox, again 5% up, breaking out of this base. All of these names that we discussed, I think Swaraj Engines also, it just started moving up, above that base. ACC towards the end picked up. I think in the starting of the day it was a little weaker, but it did, try to pick up. Same was the case with Bank of India, and I think the only names which did not really do well were the last three names. Otherwise, I think probably everything, worked pretty decently. Now coming on to the watch list for the day, and there are a bunch of names that I'm going to be talking about. So number one is going to be NDTV, again creating a solid base. I think media stocks, we've seen Dish TV, we've seen TV18, we've seen Network 18 do well today in today's action. So I think NDTV could be something to watch out for. GIC Housing Finance, again, this is not exactly a basing setup, but I think this is a strength momentum setup after reacting from an area of demand. Now we've seen what LIC Housing Finance has done after reacting to its area of demand. I'll just show that to you. I'll just add LIC Housing over here, just to kind of show what exactly happened. Very similar structure in LIC Housing Finance as well. Tapping into this area of demand, and then I think from the lows, the stock was up about 12%. So great action over there as well. Now coming back to Yes Bank, I think another name from the banking space, private banking space, doing really well, basing out. So I think this could probably break out tomorrow. Goa Carbon, again looking decent, creating a nice little base, liquidating all of these lows, which is very good. And I think this also has room to move higher. Philatex India, again very good base, could be one of the top performers tomorrow. So we'll keep a watch on that. NCC, although it's a good name, it shows decent action, but I think there is some supply on the top, but I think the structure looks pretty awesome. Jikri and NIACL. I think these probably would be my favorites for tomorrow if you ask me. So Jikri, here it is, insurance name, and I'll open up NIACL, which is literally like a brother to Jikri. So I think both of these names could be very interesting to watch. DYCL, again, Dynamic Cables. We've seen what Birla Cables did today. Birla Cables was up over 10%. So cable companies did have a good run today. So I think there could be some sort of action in DYCL tomorrow. Orissa Minerals, and again, Orissa Minerals also very good basing name. So I can see nice little action over here, reacting from a previous area of demand. So I think this could be interesting. We've seen what metal stocks have done. I think I spoke about metal stocks multiple times. Hindustan Copper was up 10%. I think JSW Steel, Jindal Steel. So I think all the pro-China stocks, moved really higher. Parag Milk Foods, another continuation name that could probably react, which is, I think it's reacting from its previous area of demand, which broke the structure right here. And now I think this is just, in a staircase manner, it could start moving higher. Wellspun Enterprises, again contracting really nicely over here, near this base. So could be interesting to see what it does. Lloyd's Engineering, another base build up, basing setup, which is just about to kind of explode, and there's a lot of room on the upside. Now this is a disclaimer. I already have a position towards the end of today's trading day. I took a position in Lloyd's Engineering Works. So do your own due diligence before taking a position. Union Bank, we had a discussion, again similar stuff. Now SBFC is one interesting name that I can see creating a base, and it actually broke its IPO lows over here, and probably trapped everybody out of this, knocked everyone out of this particular stock, and now it's basing again, then trying to move higher. I think there's lots of imbalances here, so I think the stock could easily get into this range, and I think that could be interesting to see. HDFC Bank, now this juggernaut, this heavyweight is creating such a nice base, and you can see this, right? So it's a really nice little base that the stock is creating, and if it starts moving out of this range, you could see fireworks in Bank Nifty, and we have an unfilled gap right here, which I think the stock could fill. The other unfilled gap that I can see is somewhere in this area, which is close to the 1520, 1530 area. So even if it fills this gap, there's like a 4% upside, and if it does try to fill up this gap, maybe there is a 10, 12 odd percent upside. Another name interesting to me, having solid momentum, is KPIL, moving very, very nicely. We caught this particular entire move, and now I think we're going to be playing this tomorrow, and there could be another move in this one as well. Texmico Rail, another very beautiful setup, setting up nicely. Volume dry up, railway wagons has been, the correction is overdone, so I think this could be interesting. Web of Global, coming back to these areas of demand, it is also one of the stronger names. Let's see how it starts trading above the 380 to 383 level, and if that happens, there could be some action. Prince Pipes, another name, beaten down name, lots of upside, in terms of technicals if I talk about. But again, the only thing is this stock has been an underperformer, so just be careful when you're trading this. MRPL, another name with very flat, solid kind of a base with the volume dry up. Extremely interesting. Keep this on your radar as well. Rain Industries, I think we had a discussion, in the last week's episode that we want to take up a position over here. And today is a day where the stock was up 9%, and now I think it's ready to spike up. Remember, Rain Industries has had a lot of change in fundamentals, and I think this, action today, 8.5% up, could be just the start of a bigger bull run. NIACL, we've already discussed. KPI Green Energy, another circuit stock, so be careful with this. But again, very nice basing with volume dry up. Could explode. This basically locked into an upper circuit today, so be careful about that. JP Power, again, very solid structure, coming near these areas of demand with literally dead volumes, and I think another upper circuit kind of a stock. And I think this could just be the start of a variety of upper circuits coming into this name. Similar names, similar category of stock, IFCI Limited, basing nicely over here, lots of room on the upside. So lots of interesting stocks to watch for tomorrow, and yeah, that's it from my side. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button, drop a comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And yep, that's it from my side. I hope you have a wonderful trading day ahead. Make sure you manage this really well, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Thank you, bye bye, and take care.